07, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed Gulf Air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 me.
Reduce 160 to 4, speed 124.
Hi there guys, Matt here, hope you're all well and welcome back to another P3D video. In today's video we're up in Scotland, more specifically Edinburgh, and we are looking at the Blackbox Airbus series, more specifically the A320. Now they have everything from the A318, 19, 20, 21, and they also have the wide body stuff as well. So they've got the 330, 200, 300, and then the 340. I think they've got the 300, the 500, and the 600. Don't quote me on that, but I know they've got the wide body stuff as well. I've never featured it on my channel because most of it is inherently broken. They're still working on it, and they have been for the last however many years. You kind of buy into, I'm going to call it the beta, because that's essentially what it is. And then over time, they give you updates. This is, I think, version 0.87 or 5 or 6 or something. I've had it installed for a while. I've just not done anything with it because I use the Aerosoft Airbus and it works flawlessly in comparison. But I figured that I'd do something a little bit different and I'd showcase this thing. It's not going to be positive. Maybe we'll find some positive things from it, but I've never had an experience worth remembering in this thing. It's just, yeah, starting from the outside, it doesn't even look like an Airbus, which, I know, whatever. There's going to be a lot of people that go, oh man, it looks fine, it looks fine. It really doesn't. I mean, if you look around closely and look at the external modeling and the external texturing. Oh, hello, Thompson. Off you go. Didn't expect that. We're on VATSIM, by the way. But if you look at the external modeling and the external texturing, it really doesn't actually look anything like an Airbus. The wings are shaped wrongly. The only thing they've done well, I guess, is maybe the engines. But even them, to me, just seem a little bit too big. Like, if you look from the side on, like that, and then look at a picture of a real Airbus, yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult to understand what sort of drawings they were using when they modeled this, but apparently when you speak to them about it, they say that it's as real as it gets, and this, that, and the other, and constructive criticism was never a thing that they were able to take. But maybe they've changed. I don't know. I've always had issues with Blackbox. They were formerly PSS doing the old Airbus stuff for FS9. And they also did a Concorde as well, which I never flew the Concorde. But I did fly the PSS Airbus in FS9, and for an FS9 aircraft it was okay. But, you know, times have changed, technology's changed, and here we are today. And that's that. Anyway, I mean, I say it's not going to be positive, but I'll try my best to make it so I'm not nailing Blackbox at every possible corner. At the end of the day, we have to remember, regardless of how good or bad the product is, it's just two guys working on this, two guys that live over in Malta. They're actually they originate apparently just from down the road from me in a place called Wigan. I live just north of Manchester, so it's about a half an hour drive from where they originally come from. I've spoke to both of them. They're both nice people. I have nothing against them personally, but as far as the product goes, a little bit on the disappointed side, shall we say. Anyway, this is Shuttle 9 Echo. So this is the service from the BA service, the British Airways service from Edinburgh down to London, Heathrow. And we are parked, I think, on stand 6, I want to say. No, stand 5. Oh, no, yeah, stand 6 is the number for this one. Stand 5 is the diagonal stand there. Yeah, we're parked on stand 6, and I've PFPX'd. I don't know if that's actually a legit saying. All of the flight plan and the weights and stuff. Sadly, this thing doesn't have a configurator. Hello, Rainer. Where's all these aircraft coming from? There's 2 in the space of, what, a minute and a half? I've done all the fuel and the weights and stuff like that. The only thing that I have a problem with is actually loading the weights. I had to do it through the menu in P3D because there doesn't seem to be a load manager, so there's no real way of doing it, and you can't do it through the FMC either or the MCDU, so there's that. 58.9 tons is the zero fuel weight. We're taking 5 tons of fuel down to Heathrow. I've no idea of how they have coded the burn rate on this thing, so if we run out of fuel on the climb, then, well, there you go. So anyway, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today, so if I sound a bit awful and I'm a bit groggy and sound slightly pissed off, it's because I feel like absolute AIDS. So please forgive me for that, but we shall live to see another day. Anyway, so it's all loaded up. We're on stand. ATC is on, and there's another BA at the side of us. We've got Edinburgh Towers on, and also Scottish Control. Whether they'll remain on is yet to be seen, but there we go. And speaking of Edinburgh, I just got a message off them. Someone saying they're a big fan. Keep up the good work. Kieran Jones, apparently, whoever you are, you're a mentor. So, hello, Kieran. Thanks for the message and the kind words. That is not now an excuse for everyone to message me on VATSIM as soon as I start making a video. Okay, onwards to the video, and let's see if we can actually get this thing to Heathrow in one piece. Okay, first thing you'll notice is the sounds. I don't know where those sounds are coming from, because all I have is external power, so I'm not quite sure where those sounds are coming from. Maybe someone's like got an AC unit on in the back or something. Everything is very bright, you'll notice that for a start. The gauges in P3D, that if you have them all the way up, like you literally need cataract surgery. They haven't fixed that with the bloom, but to be honest, neither has PMDG or anyone like that, so I guess I can't really blame Blackbox for that. We have not aligned the IRSs, so I'll go and do that first. As I said, we're on external power. All the batteries and the pumps and stuff are on. I could turn them off. This is another issue. There's no way to load cold and dark, so it starts with the engines on, and then you have to calibrate all of the what's it called? Your joystick. I'll just show you, it's easier. So the way you do it is you go to MCDU menu, and then you go to input calibration like this, and then what you have to do is set your throttle at 0, which mine is at the moment, you can see that, and then when it's at 0 you would set it, and then you press that button there, and then you push it all the way to the top, and then when it's at the top you press set on that side, and then that gives you the correct power settings, I guess, when you go into toga and flex and climb and whatever, so that it doesn't sort of disengage the auto thrust system, which is never a good thing in an Airbus. The MCDUs on independent, they're both the same, so if I click menu on that side, it goes on that side, so it's all working from the left hand side essentially. I'm not even sure, oh no, you can. The navigation displays seem to be independent, I didn't realize that, and same for the QNH, or the altimeter barometric pressure settings, is that like that. I have an ignition warning when the ignitions are normal, whatever, that's fine. So we will try and program this, I guess. Display performance you can set as you wish. If you look, the lower the number, the higher intensity it is on your computer. I have mine set to 1 because I cannot stand laggy refresh rates on screens. You're trying to fly an approach manually or something, and you're trying to follow a flight director, or you're just trying to look at raw data, and it's updating every couple of seconds at like 1 FPS. No thanks, I'd rather not. So I'm going to turn on the APU straight away because I kind of want to get this show on the road pretty quickly. I'm going to align the IRSs too, and then we'll take it from there. So MCDU menu, and then we want to go to FMGC, and we're going to go from Edinburgh EGPH to Heathrow EGLL into there. Align IRS, whatever, the nav data's out of date, but I really couldn't care less. Cost index of 20, we're going up to flight level 370, I think, yeah, 370. And the temperature for 370 is minus 63. I don't know if it'll accept that, maybe it will. Ah, it did, nice, okay. And we're shuttle SHT 9er Echo, like so. And then next page, zero fuel weight. I think you could just right click. Yeah, you can, same for the block fuel. So they have some features in there which are quite nice in the programming of the MCDU. Flight plan departing today, I don't know, 13135 is the ATC, so let's just listen into that and see. 13135. See, the click spots as well in this thing are extremely annoying because I don't know how to get the where's the click spot for the oh, it's a right click. That's interesting. I've got to right click my way to 131 3. Wow, and it goes to 3, 2, 1. What? 3, 5. There we go.
Echo, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Edinburgh information. Echo,
So it's
time
Echo.
1520. Automatic. Runway news 06.
06.
Ground is closed. Surface wind 100, 9 knots, varying between 060 and 130 degrees. Visibility 10 kilometer or more. No cloud detected. Temperature +11. Dew point +5. QNH 1006. Threshold elevation 110 feet. Acknowledge receipt of information. Echo and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, so it's Echo and it's runway 06. And we are on the GOZAM 1 Delta departure, apparently. Enable cruise flight level. RIP. Nice. Oh, you can scroll. That's nice. You can scroll up and down in the FMC. That's pretty cool. It's the old-styled MCD. I keep saying FMC, MCD, whatever. You get the point. The flight management computer, or the MCDU, or whatever you want to call it. So from GOZAM, we are taking the Papa 600 to... Where are we going? To Fenwick. Foxtrot Echo November India Kilo. I can go in there, and then from Fenwick we are taking the Upper Lima 612 to Lakey, like so, and then from Lakey we are direct to a place called Nugra. Watch the pronunciation on that. And then from Nugra, it's the arrival into Heathrow, which today is a Bovington 1 Bravo, and I have no idea what runway they're landing on. So that's that. Alternate is Gatwick. I feel like I'm missing something. What am I missing? Nothing. Everything is fine. Okay, cool. Performance page, transition altitude 6,000 feet. So you want thrust reduction at 1,500, and then we want to accelerate at 3,000. And engine out, we can just stick that to 1,500 as well. We want flaps 1, if it says that once more, and then 0.8 up, and then we want to flex to 58, and then that should give us the speeds, which it did do. Very good. Okay, that's everything set on that page, so I'm just going to leave it on there. Now if I look back at the ND, where are we going? See, this is what I mean. Look at that. What is that? What is that? I don't get it. Where are we going? So let me just look at the charts. It's on my left screen. So the GOZAM 1 Delta flies head 045 and then turns left at 258. That is not what that is doing. And then there's just some random line that just disappears off towards, like, I don't know, Mexico. Yeah, whatever. Okay, IRSs apparently are aligning in 5 minutes, even though the displays are already on. And then we're still getting this unable cruise flight level, which I don't know why, because, well, we can go that high without any issue. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. I guess it can get that high. Top of climb, yeah, there's no problem. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, whatever. So it was information echo. We'll call Edinburgh Tower. His frequency is 118.7. If I can actually get to 118. To 119, 118. Come on, there we go. And 7. Like that. And now we're on this frequency, so we can call for clearance. I can't even push that in because it won't go in, so there's that. Yeah, we're good. Edinburgh, good afternoon. Shuttle 9 Echo on stand 6, Airbus 320 with information Echo, request clearance to Heathrow.
Shuttle 9 Echo, good evening Edinburgh Tower, you are clear to Heathrow, GOZAM 1 Delta departure, squawk 4363.
363. Cleared to Heathrow, GOZAM 1 Delta departure, squawk 4363, Shuttle 9 Echo.
Shuttle 9 Echo, the readback is correct. Report fully ready, and information Foxtrot is now current.
Okay, we'll check Foxtrot, we'll call fully ready. Shuttle 9 Echo. Right, okay, so that's that. We can ditch the external power now, because we don't need it. We can turn on the seatbelt signs, which I guess sound remotely like seatbelt signs. Maybe not, I don't really know. The temperature gauge doesn't actually work. What? Nope, okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, you can turn on reflections as well if you like them. I think they look ridiculous, but that's just my own opinion. But I'm glad that they included a switch to turn them off. But that's really about it. So what we'll do is we'll get GSX to push us back. And we're going for runway 06, so we want to go nose to the right. Okay, so we'll just take all the ground services away. Get rid of everything. And then the pushback guy should arrive. There he is. And get ready to push us back. Is there anything else? That sky looks deadly. Look at that. It actually looks deadly. Oh, there's a Fly UK over there. A BA next to me. Not sure if there's anything else due in. But there we go. And something is taking forever for GSX to do something. So there is that. Okay, so finally I got it to work. The issue was that none of the Shift E commands opens that back door over there. Back door here, it doesn't open, so GSX didn't know what to do with itself, sadly. Anyway, we're all ready to go, so I'll call for clearance and then we'll get underway. Shuttle 9 Echo, fully ready, stand 6.
Locking gear.
Shuttle 9 Echo, push and start is approved.
Push start approved, Shuttle 9 Echo. Okay, so beacon light on. Whoops, on. There we go.
Departure check.
Everything else is on.
Bypass bit inserted.
And we can release the parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that way.
Now there is a clock.
Edinburgh Tower, shuttle 1 for Papa,
But it's in op. Anyway, whatever. Turn the pumps on.
Shuttle 1 for Papa, push and start is approved.
And we'll attempt to start the engine. So start number 2.
Push start approved, face west. QNH 1006, shuttle 1 for Papa.
While we're on the push, I'll show you the engine. Look at that wing. Look at the flex on it, like what? I don't understand why it points that far up. Anyway, whatever. I'm not arguing. The frame rates are very good in it though, I'll give it that. They just need to, all it is attention to detail. They just need to put a bit more effort into the attention to detail. Because it just doesn't look like an Airbus. If they could fix all of the things that annoy me, I would be happy. But at the rate that they're going, I feel that that's never going to happen. Which is slightly sad. It's like this here. I can't adjust the brightness to a point where I can actually read the displays. The FMAs just will end up being invisible. And it's the same... Oh, wait, what? What?
Set parking brakes.
One sec. I just broke something. I turned down the dimmer on this side. And it I'm done. I'm so done. I have no idea why that just happened. Why are they like... Why is that affecting that? Starting one.
Unlocking gear.
And now that weird air conditioning noise is gone when I started the second engine, or the first engine, or the left
Fuel
engine.
truck disconnected.
What's all that about?
Bypass being removed.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't really... I'm trying to think of ways to make this positive, but I can't.
It's clear. Right, it's clear.
It doesn't even sound like an Airbus. Are the buttons at least 3D? Please tell me that they are. Are they raised? Are they raised? I think they are raised just a little bit. So that's okay. They need someone like Alex Farmer to just come and texture the whole VC. But the resolution of the gauges is disgustingly low. Look at that. Yeah, that's a taxiway. And as you get further away, it doesn't get any better. Okay, so that's the second engine up and running. I guess we can turn the ignition back to normal, turn the APU off, and then turn the taxi light on and the turn off light on. And then we'll set the flaps to 1. And we'll show you the flaps going down. And I'll also show you the flight controls. So you can see they're incredibly delayed, but that's the way they've coded the fly-by-wire. It uses FSUI PC for the fly-by-wire, whereas the Aerosoft Airbus uses its own kind of, I don't know, they've made their own like DLL file for it. And I mean, even the Aerosoft Airbus isn't fantastic, but it's considerably more responsive than this. That unable cruise flight level is going to really bug me. Okay, so that's that. Ignition's still lit, whatever. That just tried to like fly me away. Parking brake is set. Speed brake is armed. We can call for taxi. Shuttle 9 Echo, request taxi.
Shuttle 9 Echo, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 for runway 06 via Foxtrot Echo and Alpha.
Foxtrot Echo Alpha to Alpha 1 for 06, Shuttle 9 Echo. Okay, so now you have to turn on the tiller, otherwise you won't go anywhere. Release the parking brake and slowly start to move forward. So the tiller, they've made it so that you can disconnect the tiller from the rudder, which I guess is a nice touch.
All stations, Edinburgh Tower is now closing. Please, stand by. All stations, Edinburgh Tower is now closing. Monitor unit column 122, decimal light, good evening.
Okay, so Edinburgh's closed, which kind of sucks, but whatever. This is why you can never plan videos on VATSIM, because as soon as you log on, the ATC logs off. So let's do 122.8, 5432 across, and we can turn on the transponder, I guess. I can't remember how it actually works in this thing, because it's not synced with Squawk. With vPilot. So that's on. We want it on all, and we want the auto to on. Wait. On, and then TARA is already on TARA. Okay, so I need to do that on vPilot. Sweet. Right. Let's get a pedal on to runway 06. Did you notice how the engine sounds change even though the power is idle? I don't really know why that is. But taxiing it is weird. It like slides all over the place. You can see like just a little bit of input and you just kind of go woo, and then taking it back takes ages. Look at that. Hang on, I need to use the brakes now. Right, there we go. But that's all connected to the I think it's the spoiler axis you use. I can't remember, I set it up ages ago, but I turn like the twisty thing on my yoke. Sorry, not my yoke, my X55. I wish that heading would just push itself in. Just go in. It's enunciating nav, it's just not going, it's not dotting itself. We're almost ready to go. We're approaching the runway. It's just around the corner there. There's Alpha 1 full length. So we'll get the strobes now. If I can find a click spot for them. There we go. Do they bounce off the ground? Yeah, they do, but that is far too fast. What the actual hell is this? That's like... We just celebrated Christmas in the UK, and I feel like I've gone back by a few days. Okay. Landing lights do exist. They're not volumetric or anything like that. They're just massive. Well, they're kind of... You can see they've tried to make them volumetric a little bit. They're far too bright, though. That's unbelievable. Okay. Round we go. Approach path is apparently clear, although I'm not sure if the TCAS works. So if a plane lands on top of us, then that's why. There's a very busy Edinburgh. Looks quite nice, actually. Okay, so we'll line up and we'll just get straight on with it. Okay, there we go. Right. Now, it should disconnect the trim automatically by itself when you get past 40 knots, so let's just hope that happens. Not the trim, sorry, the tiller. Right, so we'll put about 50% in. You can see how... Okay, that sounds like a steam train. There's Manflex 60 or 58. SRS, nothing enunciated with runway, but nav is enunciated. I have no authority over the rudder whatsoever. Literally, it's going off the runway. There we go. Now I have a rudder that's active. And I can try and steer it back onto the runway. We already passed 100 knots. V1, and it's rotating by itself, so that's fine. Now it's finally doing nav. Positive rate gear up. I'll pitch for the flight director, but that seems awfully overzealous. And now it wants us to turn left, which we'll do. That's an initial turn to 045. Remember, 1500 feet is climb power, so about now we should see LVL climb, or LVR climb even, which is there. Climb power doesn't really change. Okay. So what's going to happen at this point here? Is it going to want us to turn left, or is it just going to carry on going in a straight line? It's going to turn us left. It's just not drawing it. Okay. So we'll go for flight level 370. And we'll pull it. Now I'm following this flight director, and it's gone way too much in that turn. Way, way, way too much. You know what? I'll stick it on the autopilot, and I'll let the autopilot do it and see what happens with the autopilot. Goodbye, Edinburgh. We knew thy well. Speed is increasing, just about. Ground spoilers we don't need anymore, so we'll disarm those. And we'll have a look out the window. Yeah, not really much to see. It's just now going direct to Glasgow 35, or Golf Oscar Whiskey 35. Oh, that's what that big line's gone now, which I guess is a good thing. We're climbing to a flight level, so we'll pull standard on both sides. Okay, we'll bring the flaps up. You see the animation of that. There we go. wanted to pull the flaps in, not the slats, but never mind. Okay, I'm going to ditch the lights now because we don't need them. And up we go to flight level 370. Ignition thing is still on. I don't know how to get rid of that. At least we're in the air. It's kind of following LNAV or nav even. It'll be interesting to see what happens when we program the arrival. But anyway, that's really it until we're ready for programming the arrival. So I'll let you listen to some MLG music, and the routing is relatively straightforward. It's just the left and then down the centre of Scotland, over the top of Manchester, centre of the UK, and then we'll start the descent just north of Birmingham into to Heathrow. So enjoy. Well. This thing doesn't want to climb whatsoever. Literally does not want to climb. We're at flight level 275 with 50 miles to run till Nugra, which is the start of the arrival. This thing in real life goes up to 370 with no issue. Why can't this thing? It's 5 tons of fuel, it's not heavy, zero fuel weight's well within limits. So I'm going to program the arrival and then probably change the cruise level because something is not right at all. So arrival into Heathrow is, we're landing on 09 left, and it's the Bovington 1 Bravo, which is that one there. So we can insert that, and then we'll clear that, and we'll also clear that, and that'll give us a nice run in to Heathrow. So it is not going to climb any higher than, I'm going to say 290. We'll be lucky if we get to 290. So I'm going to type in 290 and then reset that to 290. And maybe by some miraculous way we will actually reach 290 before we have to descend. I mean, it's saying we're going to get to it there, and then we've got to descend there, but that's not right. There's no way. It's not even climbing at the moment. It's completely stuck. We're in open climb. Maybe if I go into climb. No, it's maxed out on what it can do power-wise. So the only thing I can really do is throw it into MCT. Maybe that will give us a bit of extra power, but then the EGT goes too hot, so never mind. You know what? I'm gonna take it down to 270. There we go. Can descend to 270. We'll just stay at 270 all the way. I have no idea why it's doing that. It's very, very weird. Oh well, the arrival's in at least. Anyway, so we'll do the rest of the approach stuff while we're in the cruise. Well, cruise, if you could call it the cruise. Performance page. We want to go to the approach page. So 6,000 feet. We'll land with flap full because we're on 09s. 280 feet is the MDA, and the wind at the moment is, let's have a look at the METAR for Heathrow. If it will load, so 140 at 10, and the temperature is 11 degrees. QNH is 1013, and that is everything programmed, so that's pretty much it. I don't know why the engines are making that horrible squealy noise. It's very weird, but there we go. We're all programmed and ready to commence the arrival into Heathrow. Okay, so we're just approaching Bovingdon with just under 11 miles to go. We're a little bit high and a little bit fast, so I've employed the speed brake, which doesn't seem to be doing very much, but whatever. We'll see how that goes. For some reason, my lighting has like stopped rendering very far. I don't really know why, so that's kind of annoying me, especially for flying at night. As far as lighting goes, that's the only other alternate lighting I have. I have floodlight and then just the normal lighting that surrounds the switches and the gauges and stuff. So it's a pretty dark cockpit, sadly, or should I say flight deck? We're not allowed to say cockpit anymore. But anyway, we'll just fly this as normal. So we're landing on 09 left. So from Bovingdon, actually, to be honest, we can just take a right turn now, and everything will be fine. We'll just swing it right to I don't know, 210, maybe 220. 220 will do, and then we'll drop it down to 4,000 feet. 2,000 feet a minute's fine for now. Speed is still awful though, sadly. And we'll activate the approach phase, like so. Put the landing system on. You see 110.3, 17 miles to go. We'll stick some lights on, so turn-offs, and then the lights as well. Seatbelt should already be on, but I forgot. Pressure setting is 10. Wait, what did I say it was? 1013. It should be. So why is it reading 1006? That's interesting. Very strange. Maybe it's because they're both. Yeah, they're both saying 1006. So either something's changed or my weather program is broken. Let me check. 1 sec. Meta EGLL 1013. Taken on the 28th at 1650, so 10 minutes ago. What is going on? I just can't get this thing to slow down, whatever I try. Heathrow's over there somewhere. You see, because the frame rate dips as I look that way. Might have to square this heading up a little bit more. Auto brake me. Actually, no, low's fine. So I'm only just passing 70 now. It's 13 miles. It's the speed I'm bothered about, nothing else. Let's just decrease that rate of descent to 1500, and hopefully that'll fix a speed issue. The lights though, I don't know what's going on. Like, you can see them close up. They look nice like that. Oh look, they actually have a reflection on the engine of the landing light. But for some reason in the distance it's not rendering very far. Search me, no idea. We're still too high to make that inbound turn. I'll figure this out though. Gotta watch the data closely. Okay, so we'll turn all the way around to a heading of 180. I just want to get slow enough so I can throw out flat 1. That's all I need. But I don't seem to be able to do that at the moment either. You can see the glides coming in now, so that's not too bad. But still the speed is the issue. Miles to turn. We'll go down to 3,000 feet and we'll turn it into 120. 20, like so. We'll throw the localizer in with that. Hopefully when we level out at 3,000 feet, that will be enough to bring the speed back. Okay, localizer is green. 12 miles to run. Right, level start to slow. Please. Perfect. Well, there's an aircraft. Please tell me he's not just taking off from 27 right. Okay, I think we can get away with flat 1 now. Just. Approach mode. And the QNH reset to 1013. What? I don't know what that other side's doing as far as... Whatever, I can stay there. I don't care. Right, I'm going to throw the gear out. Yeah, he did. He took off 27 right. That's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to put the gear out and see if I can slow down a bit more with the gear. Seem to want to do anything. Both all the pilots in. Okay, there we go. That's better. The gear's helping quite a bit. I don't know why that other side is saying... That's so annoying. Okay, flat 2. I can't turn it. It doesn't do anything. Weird. I think that side's just broken completely. Okay, I'm going to speed brake back in now. We can arm it. And then we can just go full config like so. See that on the wing, it's already done it. That's how quick it does it. And we're essentially good now. Now, flight dynamics of this thing are going to be pretty interesting. I'll take the autopilots out. Why is the master warning still? Whatever. Okay, my aircraft. So it feels a little bit kind of... No, sluggish is the wrong word. It's very... No, sluggish is actually the right word. It's very strange to hand fly. It's very floaty. Like a little bit to the left and it just like it sort of floats to all the way to the left. And that's not even me putting any input in. Wish you could see my hand on my
1000.
My joystick, then you would see. This is so weird. And now we're dipping below, so we'll just correct that a little bit. There we go, it's stabled out a little bit now. Okay.
500.
500 feet. It's pretty busy at Heathrow, isn't it? Some traffic just off to the right there.
400.
300.
300.
The perimeter fence.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30.
Idle the power.
20. Retard.
And all of a sudden I lose all of the authority. And there we go. That handling. What the actual hell? There's reverse green. Decelerating. There's no sounds of the reverse or anything like that for some reason. Order brake disarmed. Reverse is in. And there we are. We're at Heathrow. Need the tiller to become active. I just want some taxi lights on with digital landing lights. We can turn off if it'll let us here. I know we really shouldn't do that. We should probably take the next right, but oh well. Okay. Speed brakes in, flaps in. That master warning light is still on when we disconnected the autopilot. And we'll head down to Terminal 5 Alpha. Follow the greens. Okay, let's take those out. Take that out. Or not. There you go. And then we will turn on the APU. And the strobe lights, of course, we need to turn off. Okay, so here we are on Terminal 5 Alpha. Is that aircraft coming towards me or away from me? Oh, he's taxiing away. He's taxiing to 9 right. 777 over there. No idea where they're going. I'm just going to take the stand on the right here. 507 will do. Notice how it went into takeoff mode. I don't quite know how that happened, but there you go. APU is on now. Good. Taxi light can come off. And the turn-off lights can come off. And we'll pull into 507. Feels like it's taking forever and a day. Is SafeDoc gonna recognize us? Ooh. Stop. Okay, cool. Parking brake set. And engines au revoir. Turn the beacon light off, seatbelt signs off, fuel pumps can come off, and that will do for now. So, there we have it. Blackbox Airbus flight in the bag. Probably never going to do anything again with the Airbus unless they really do fix it. The Blackbox Airbus, that is. It's so disappointing that they promise so much, but yet it just doesn't work. It's so broken. Is that taxi light really still on? One sec. Let me just check that. What? Oh, yeah, it was a 2-state switch. There you go. My bad. Yeah, the taxi light was actually still on. But yeah, it's a shame. I don't know. I just feel that the more updates they bring out, the worse it seems to get. Instead of going the other way around. But whatever. It is what it is. Thankfully, we've got FS Labs just around the corner. And, of course, the fallback to the Aerosoft Airbus, which to this day has actually been the best Airbus we've had. So as much as people criticize it, it's what people use the most, and it's a solid product. So can't really complain at that. Is that someone landing? Yes, it is. It is a it's an Illusion, Aeroflot Illusion by the looks of it. But yeah, cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different. Sorry about all the negativity, but there really isn't very much else to say. I tried to pick out some positives, but when there isn't very many, it's a very difficult video to make, but there you go. So anyway, please no more requests for the black box stuff. I don't want to do it. I don't enjoy it. It's just the way it is. And if you enjoy it, then fair enough. Tell me you hate me and have a rant and a rave, but it's my own personal opinion. I am entitled to it, and that is that. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, and until the next video, I will speak to you later. Bye-bye.